The Tale a Baby Tells. No Indian brave was so great a warrior, no medicine man was so strong an enchanter as Glooskap. He cleared the earth of evil as a gardener clears a garden of weeds. When he had overthrown tyrannical chiefs, fierce animals, wizards, giants, goblins, and demons, he said he should soon sail away to some other world and find more work that he could do. When people heard that the Mighty One was leaving them, they flocked to his wigwam with requests. One day 4 men came. The first was so poor that he hardly knew how to feed his children. He asked to be lucky with his crops and hunting. The second was of low estate. He asked that he might become honoured in the tribe. The third man wished to cure his violent temper. The fourth, who was dressed as carefully as a bride, and had stuffed his moccasins to make himself look tall, asked that his height should surpass that of all others. Glooskap gave each of them a little box of ointment, bidding them rub it on their bodies when they got home. This the first 3 faithfully did. In course of time the poor man became rich, the lowly man great, and the ill-tempered man gained perfect self-control. But the fourth man could not wait. He anointed himself in the forest on his way home. No one ever saw him again. Next day a hunter was puzzled to see in a clearing that had been empty last evening a pine that surpassed all others in height. Another day a woman came to see the wonderful Glooskap. "Mighty sir," she said, "you are leaving the earth, and yet there is one thing you have never conquered here." "What is it? What is it?" cried Glooskap, starting up. "It is Wasis, my baby," the woman replied. "You can never force him to obey you. It would be useless to try." Glooskap knew nothing of babies. He was a solitary warrior. He prepared at once to meet this strange monster. The woman led him to her house, and there was the baby sucking its thumb. Glooskap smiled to see how small it was, and laughed to think that such a helpless creature could be supposed to defy his all-powerful self. He told the baby to come to him. Wasis began to play with his own toes. Glooskap was amazed at this insolence. He repeated his order in tones of thunder, whereupon Wasis set up such a wail that the warrior was almost frightened. The more he threatened and commanded Wasis to be silent, the louder did the baby cry. Then he began to recite incantations and curses, which would have made any adult drop dead from sheer terror. But Wasis simply continued his melancholy howls till Glooskap could endure the noise no longer and fled from the house. Babies remember the victory to this day, and if we only had the wit to understand them, they are telling to us about it when they crow goo goo.